Right after the championship games are done, the workers come out to the factory here at Wilson Sporting Goods, and they get to work. Findlay shot a .317 last week at districts in one of their home courses, Red Hawk Run. That coupled with a consistent lineup, and they knew they had a chance to move on.
Opening the golden megaphone is like Christmas morning for me, and this is what showed up today. So unless we're going to give out the goldenrod megaphone, we're going to need to get this sent back in, get the new golden megaphone. Thanks, Chris. We've got some flips jumping up and down, old school jerseys in the wave, and this week's Ultrasound Special Event Fans of the Week nominees. Thanks, Andy. I didn't really notice till I went to put the poll on WSN.TV, but this week it's Mercer County versus Auglaize County for this week's Ultrasound Special Event Fans of the Week nominees. Welcome inside Spring Sports Central, where we officially say goodbye to winter. It's been another banner year for Minster, a state championship for the girls cross-country team, and regional appearances for football and both boys and girls basketball. Andy tells us the Wildcat baseball team is hungry for more. North to Findlay now, the Oilers baseball team dropping a pair to Wayne State last night. 2 more chances to get the Warriors back this afternoon as the 2 teams compete a 4-game series. Oiler fans try to bundle up in the cool conditions this afternoon. Findlay trailing Wayne State 4-0 in the bottom of the 4th, but home team with 2 on, no outs, but Alex Pierce settles down, strikes out the Oilers' Tommy Roush for the first out. After a fly out to center, 2 down, Nathaniel Finch, hard grounder to short. Caleb Daleman bobbles it, stays with it, throws to first as Finch ends that inning. Top of the 5th, Warriors men on the corners and no outs, but Ryan Rothenbuehler settles down, strikes out J.J. Scenic for the first out. Next batter, Josh Schaefer, line drive into right, but the football player, Dustin Zalaskowitz, makes the catch, and then a strong throw to the plate keeps both runners on the corners. Rothenbuehler gets out of the jam without allowing any runs as he strikes out Kyle Vesey to end the top half of the 5th. In the home half, Ross Tanyan leads off, sinking line drive behind second, but the wind holds it up and allows Andrew Scenic to glove it. After a 2-out walk, Oilers trying to get something going, but Reed Rothenbuehler flies out to right, ending the inning, and the Oilers lose game 1, 12-0. And as for the nightcap, they lost 4-0 as well. They dropped all 4 to the Warriors this weekend. Sarah Schultze and the Lady Buckeyes in Dayton today for their Sweet 16 contest with top-seeded Tennessee. Buckeye faithful hoping for an upset today at UD Arena midway through the 1st. Ohio State takes its first lead. Brittany Johnson to Jantel Lavender. Long 2, it's 2019 Scarlet, 19 points and 10 rebounds for Lavender. A few minutes later, Johnson extending the lead, driving it off to the bucket off of glass, 30-25 Bucks. They keep at it as Samantha Verhallis using the screen to knock down the triple try. She had a game-high 22, making it 38-34 Ohio State. And then with 1:19 to go in the half, Johnson giving Ohio State its biggest lead at 42-36 with that 3-point try, 16 points for her. But with a second left in the half, Shakina Strickland beats the buzzer, drawing the balls within 2 at the break. Second half, they take over as Megan Simmons puts Tennessee ahead for good here with that drive and right-handed layup off the glass. It marks the last game for Anna grad Sarah Schultze. One of her 2 blocks here, also a couple boards, but Ohio State falls 85-75.
What's similar about all 3 of these passes? They were thrown and caught with a Wilson football made in Ada. Wilson has made every Super Bowl ball in history, and this year is no different, as the workers started Super Bowl game balls a few weeks ago and just had to wait for the championship games to finish to start branding the names on the balls. Wilson's Greg Miller takes us through the football making process.
We start, the leather comes in, we cut the leather panels out of the leather hides. At that point then they get stamped, or where they get their identity, whether it's a Super Bowl ball, an NFL ball, college, high school, or youth league ball. From there, then it gets a lining put with the actual leather panel. It is sewn into a half section and a full section. A football itself is made inside out. And then from there, then it gets bladdered, laced, molded, and then it goes through our 100% final inspection.
It only takes Wilson a few hours to brand the names on the game balls, and they ship them out as quick as possible.
Each of the teams will receive 54 footballs for the game. They will be shipping out today. To that point, we use a carrier to get them there. They'll go next day air.
Wilson also makes souvenir balls that fans can purchase. They're made just like the game balls, and Wilson routinely goes through around 30,000 feet of leather to make those balls.
Well, I mean, in that sense, it just depends on how many actual footballs that we make for the Super Bowl. At this point, it's still early in the game, and, it just depends on, the New Orleans market as well as the Indianapolis, plus all across the country what the demand will be. So it's just kind of hard to tell.
Only one Super Bowl ball has had another color than gold on it, and that's a favorite of the Workers.
I think the favorite one was after 9/11, we did a commemorative ball with that logo, that the red, white, and blue one, so to speak, that represented what had happened at 9/11. It's just a multicolored logo that we had done that was really sharp.
Super Bowl 44 will be in Miami on February 7th, and you can look for the game balls made right here in our area. In Ada, I'm Garrett Searight with the Sports Report.
Mike Mock has roamed the Kenton sidelines for 27 years, but there's someone else who's been there for the past few years maybe you didn't notice, and that's Dre Deering, a Kenton sophomore who suffers from muscular dystrophy and is confined to a wheelchair. But he's been a huge part of the Kenton program for as long as anyone can remember.
I remember when I was really young too, Dre was always running around with us. I mean, we were just throwing the ball on the sidelines, but there's not too much I remember because I was young too, but just watching him grow up, he's always been the #1 fan of the Kenton football team and really Kenton athletics, but now he's up here with us and he's just as much as part of this team as anybody is.
Dre's been with us ever since I can remember. He's been with the team when they won state in 2001, 2002 and that stuff. And he's just always been inspirational.
Dre Deering's a super individual. Dre's been involved in our program for the last 12, 13 years. I remember his dad asking me if him and Dre could be on the sidelines when Dre was a little boy, and we said yes. And you go back and look at films, you see him there standing and watching our guys play. He comes to every practice. He goes to every event that we're involved in throughout the summer. Our guys love him and respect him, and he's a tremendous asset to our football program, a tremendous asset to our football team, and he's somebody that we just couldn't do without.
The players have appreciated Dre's company just as much as he has.
It's definitely been good with him around us because, we hang out and we have that special bond, and him and our entire team, and it's just a great thing for both of us.
Well, he's always talking and communicating with our guys. They get him at practice, before practice, after practice, in the hallway. Their #1 priority is to make sure they take care of him, make sure he can get to where he wants to be and what he wants to watch, what he wants to see.
Dre will talk to the players during games, giving tips and words of encouragement.
Most of the time he just tells us to go out there and get some big hits and stuff like that, and that really, coming from him, is just, I think, the most inspirational thing.
He has great knowledge of the game, and he doesn't tell us what to call or what to do, but he's always yelling and cheering and telling the guys, where they need to be or what they need to do a little bit better, and he does it in such a positive way that all the guys respect him and admire what he says and what he does.
We come off every series, I always say something to Dre. I said, it doesn't matter what the lines are, but he's always going to hear something from somebody.
And Dre's enjoyed every minute of his time with the red and black.
Just bonding with the team and making friends every day. It's just been great.
Making it back to the state title game has brought back some memories for the sophomore.
I don't really remember that great because I was so young. And it's just bringing back memories of being back at Massillon. It's just been exciting because we've been waiting to get back there. And I've just been around these guys for a while.
We'll have a preview of the Wildcats game with Norwayne on the Sports Report tomorrow night. With Dre Deering and the Kenton Wildcats, I'm Garrett Searight for the Sports Report.